See, I can't just like write a song and stick with it. I don't know how people do that. You know, it used to really bum me out whenever I'd like listen to an artist, like a musician or whatever, and I would get so into like a particular album, and then they would write another album that wasn't as good. That's always really depressing. You know, when you get stuck on an idea of somebody and like, you know, what a particular album means to you, and then they come out with some crap, you know, that's like nowhere near as good as the last thing that they produced, and but it's like, I guess I'm afraid of that, cause I mean, I can't stick with anything that I compose anyway. I get bored with it. I want to change it. But, you know, it's weird. I used to just get really upset, you know, when I think about like an artist like doing new stuff, you know, evolving, growing, changing, all that shit. I'd be like, no, you need to stay the same. You need to stay the same and stick with this one particular sound that you have that really, really works. You know, I mean, I don't think you'd be an artist though if you did that. So it's like, I just didn't really understand it at the time, because I don't think that I was truly an artist yet. That's so funny. Okay, this was on a billboard for a car dealership, or it wasn't a car dealership, it's a tire place. It said, "Our teens just broke Wall Street." Fuck yeah, they did. Fuck yeah, they did. Fuck Wall Street and fuck this country. I mean, that just shows you right there, that whole thing with the hedge funds and GameStop and shit. That just shows you that there are a lot of people in this country that are still smarter than the elite. Okay? So there's hope in that. There really is. Because if they can do that, that just shows you that there's still hope for the human race, you know? Yay! Yay! Teenagers on Reddit, you're awesome! Yay! Anyway. That is really awesome, though. That's some random silver lining right there. But, anyway, what was I talking about? Dude, I thought this was a spider. I saw this, I saw that, and I was like, oh my god! But I didn't freak out. I internalized that, and I'm glad that I internalized it, because that would have been embarrassing. If I had freaked out because this little piece of lint... Yes, I thought that was a spider. That's what it looked like, okay? But anyway, yeah, like, artists are supposed to evolve, they're supposed to grow, they're supposed to change, they're supposed to learn, shit like that. But, you know, you have certain ideas of people, and a lot of the time I realized that I was in the wrong because I wanted somebody to stay the same, and maybe that wasn't in the cards for them, you know? Maybe they wanted to do something different. Maybe they wanted to start playing another instrument, or, you know, go for a more Baroque sound or whatever, you know? Like, people change their sound all the time. But how many times do you hear this? How many times do you hear people say, I like their old stuff? Like, seriously, every single time, he who throws dirt loses ground. Ephesians 4, verse 25. Yay! Ephesians. We're going to the gas station in a second. But that's very true, you know? artists are better when they first start. Because their material is fresh. And then they get unfresh. Then they're more into the whole business side of things. The business side of the industry, the business side of music, you know, and then their stuff just isn't as good. But that's true. That's true of so many things too, not just music, but filmmakers and comedy. I mean, it's true of comedy too. Because in the beginning you have to really, really try, you know? And then once you get established, you don't have to try as hard. And then you end up selling out. At some point, you end up selling out because, you know, you get older and you're just not as rebellious as you used to be. You don't do any drugs anymore. You're just boring, you know, or I'm probably the only conservative that would say that shit, but it's true though. It's very true. But it's like you just don't take those chances anymore. But I do remember thinking, like, you know, with jokes in particular, like how sad it must be to like throw away all your old material. But that's before I became a comedian. And now I can't wait to throw that shit away, you know? Like, I think that it's probably impossible for me to suck, you know, and I don't, that's funny. I think I'm seeing this guy stealing a bunch of firewood. I don't want to just assume that. He might have paid for it in there. Who knows? Who knows? Or I might have just witnessed him stealing that firewood. That's fine now. Whatever. More power to you, man. It's outside for a reason. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Let's see. Well, we just missed the weather. The weather was up there and now it's gone. You see, they have TVs everywhere. Look at this shit. Like, why do they have a fucking TV at the gas station? You know what I mean? It's just like, why are TVs so necessary in this country? It's just so annoying. Like, you literally cannot leave your house without being followed by some kind of TV, you know? And if it's not an actual TV like that, it's a portable TV that everybody's got with them everywhere they go, you know? So, if you don't want to be tracked, if you don't want your conversations listened to, that's cool, but, you know, if you're around somebody else that has one of these TVs that listens to conversations, you know, you're still gonna have to live in this world that you don't want to live in because everybody else insists on living in it, even though it doesn't make any lick of sense. But anyway, gotta get gas.